Hi, Aquarius. This is Just with your March 2020 general reading. Hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. Aquarius, cooperation, working together with another could be very difficult at this time for some of you. Some of you may have a tyrant. This could be a manager, supervisor, an owner, a team lead. It could also be someone that's been at the workplace for a very long time or around you for a very long time, and they're quite difficult. Keeping control and keeping things under a wrap at times may be very difficult. It's kind of like everyone so far. I mean, I've only read 2 signs now, but there's a lot of suppressed stress, worry, anxiety, frustration, and even a splash of anger is it's what's kind of lying dormant underneath a lot of people. And I do feel like there's going to be a lot of confusion as well. And that's kind of your challenge. For some of you, there is a lot of stress, worry, and anxiety in the home place. Some of you could be worried about, I get a child, an individual, a loved one, someone that you're really not sure what's going on with them. And if you have someone else, if you don't live home alone, someone could be just fine. Like they may just be the voice of reason. Everyone's fine. It's all going to be okay. While the other person is like a nervous wreck, stressed out about a situation. And some of you could be waiting for a word, waiting for a call, waiting for news, waiting for information to come through. I feel like for some of you, you may have to pay some things out or you're waiting for money to come in. And this is a situation that literally has dragged out forever, or it will be a process to get on the other side of the situation. We're talking about a significant amount of money here, and you may be geared to get a part of it, a portion of that money, or you have to pay out a portion, but there's so much more to go. And even though you have a lot of stress, worry, and anxiety, like I was telling Capricorn, you're really still holding a lot of strength within. You're showing yourself in front of the face of others as being a very strong person. So you're holding back and you're trying to hide a lot of anxiety and worry and power through. I feel like a lot of you may be worried, like some of you could be hypochondriacs and you're worrying a lot about this is like, you think it's one thing and you're probably really worrying yourself to death that it's something far worse than what it is. And I feel like a lot of you guys are going to find out that it's not as bad as you were thinking. If, and for all of you, it'll be different. So I don't want to put people into any type of fear base here. So this is a lot, like I said, worry, and it has to do with home life. It has to do with vitality. And again, this money situation and some form of dispute with another who is quite challenging, and this person has some form of power or prestige or title, and that's making it even more difficult. So some of you may have to acquiesce to this person. You may have to concede and kind of work with this person, and that may be what is going to happen in the near future. Working with someone and getting some good news is going to come back quite favorable, but you're not out of the woods yet. So there's still going to be things that needs to be discussed, evaluations, discussions, and ultimate decisions, big decisions. But prior to making that decision, something is going to happen. There could be a loss of a job. There could be, a complete move, but something for all of you will be different. But there's going to be something. I get male energy. So this is going to happen to a male energy where there's going to be a huge shift and change that's going to happen. And it's almost like you guys don't really see this coming. Okay. It could be a message. It could be a turn of events that changes someone's life forever. But I do see a major shift and change that's coming up. It looks like it's going to be happening for just about everyone. So, I mean, we all can suffice that. I mean, it could be anything that's going to be news that's coming down to everyone. But I do feel like, you're the second read for me so far. And that's kind of the general message, particularly as we get closer into the days to follow. Career life sees you a little bit frustrated. Some of you are holding back from expressing your frustrations, probably because you have a difficult manager, supervisor, boss, and you feel like you don't want to make it any worse than what it is. I also see that there's issues with another person. This could be male, this could be female, could be both. And you're thinking about leaving, quite frankly. You're thinking about leaving and moving on to something that you feel like you have a better opportunity towards. You feel like you've outgrown a place, or you've outgrown the energy around you and dealing with people, but you may have to sit tight just a little bit longer. I know you probably want to just leave and up and go. But you may have to kind of stew just a bit. Some of you know that you're going to be leaving. There's some type of exit. If it's not you, it's going to be another person. And it's like, once you do that, whether you leave or someone around you leave, and this is going to be quite dramatic, and it's going to be kind of something that people don't see coming. They either don't see that you're going to make some type of change, some type of, and this could be about, this could be court ordered, that sort of thing, but there's going to be some kind of judgment coming down, or word or final decision that's made. And I feel like it's between two. And that being said, there's going to be an end of a chapter, but you'll find whether it's you that's closing this chapter and moving on, or be it someone else around you, the energy then lightens up and you become a lot more confident in your steps moving forward. Some of you, you're leaving your job. It's just that simple. Some of you, you're leaving your home. Your child may be leaving. There's going to be some type of dynamics in the home life that's going to shake up and change, but it is to liberate someone who's doing that. And it's definitely going to be for the better, even though there's a lot of stress and worry and anxiety around this impending change and this shift, but change and shift, it is happening. Now, money looks really good for you Aquariuses, actually, but I feel for a lot of you, this money comes at a cost. It's going to cost you. The kind of money that you make, how you make your money, it may be, like I said, at a cost. You may work yourself into the ground in order to make the money that you have. You may be stuck at a place that you don't like, but it's for the money, right? It's that type of thing. You may have a lot of debt, and so you have to kind of stay where you are to pay it off. So there's a lot of karma around money. So I would be very conservative, obviously, these next few days when it comes to money for you Aquariuses as well. But for the most part, it looks good. But I would say be conservative, because there's still some undeveloped circumstances around money and career and home life that still needs to be sought through. Okay, that I really don't feel like a lot of people see coming. Now let's look at love for you single Aquariuses. Well, you don't have love on the mind. Some of you may think that there's a lot of manipulating people out there, and you've been heartbroken by or disappointed by at least one of them, and you're still trying to figure out what the hell happened. Some of you may have realized or found out that this person was very much married, living with someone, committed in a relationship, and some of you still can't get this person off your mind. You feel stuck by someone. And this situation could be kind of sticky, because this person is like you, there's some you rely on them, or someone relies on the other person. And so that's how you're kind of you're bound together. It could be because of a child. It could be because someone is, financing the other person's lifestyle, but there is a bind, and a lot of it is sexual. So there's a very strong sexual connection. So someone may have someone under a spell when it comes to the physicality here, but not necessarily being committed and being in a long-term relationship. So there's a lot of worry and stress and anxiety around that. You did love someone. Yes, you fell for them. Yes, you kind of fell hard, and you realize that now you're trying to get through it the best way you know how. But I feel like this person won't leave you alone. And it could be because of one thing or another they're coming up with about why they need to talk to you, why you need to answer your phone, why you need to open a door, that sort of thing. And I do feel like you've realized just how manipulated you were by someone. It could go vice versa, guys. It certainly can. But the reality is that you really aren't able to work with this person. Some of you just have a complete tyrant on your hands, someone who is a narcissist, but they're the worst form, because they're this overbearing, over-controlling narcissist, right? Which we all know narcissists can be that, but it's usually covert. It's like the type of control that's not dead in your face. I feel like this person is kind of in your face. And for some of you, this can be obviously it's an ex, but I feel like this is like an ex-husband, someone you lived with, someone that you had a very significant relationship with, or at least you thought it to be that way. So I'm leading to say your emotions is all over the place when it comes to this person. And I feel like there's going to be a drastic change. If you've been doing this back and forth with this person, Aquarius singles, there may be a drastic breakup, something very dramatic, but it's kind of final here. There may still be some unresolved issues that the two of you need to discuss, like come get your things, that sort of thing. But for the most part, there's like this, someone's moving forward when it comes to open-ended relationships for Aquarius singles. Now, you couple Aquariuses, well, you're going around the same circle again with someone. And I feel like some of you had an issue that kind of crept back up with your mate, and that kind of put a damp on this relationship. But it looks like the two of you are trying to work things out. It could be, excuse me, for the kids. It could be because, listen, we've gotten ourselves fully committed into this and we have to see it all the way through. But you're not so sure. Some of this could be about money issues. Some of you may feel that your mate may be a bit too controlling. Someone may be a little bit obsessed over money, finances, career, someone's external family. And when I say that, meaning ex of some sort that resulted in family may be very difficult, right? And so now their problems become your problems. And although I do feel like someone's trying to soothe the other person through it and make them realize it's okay, it's all right, it's going to be fine, don't worry about it. Someone here, whether it be you or this other person, and I feel like it's you because this is your element here, is really stressed out about these underlying issues that you're having with your person. It's like some of you may be seeing red flags now, but we live together. Red flags now, but we are completely committed. Red flags now, but we're about to get married. That type of thing. And I do feel like all systems are going if you're going to another level of commitment with your mate, but there's still this part of you that's not sure. You may be speaking to your mom, your sister, another female here about some things you need to come into focus about. You may discover that someone's pregnant, someone had a child, there's a baby out there you don't know anything about. Believe me, you Aquarius, there's definitely some news or a shocking revelation that's going to come out. And it may come out to everyone, not just you, but more than just you are privy and aware of what's going on here. And that's going to kind of shake some things up quite like seriously. It's going to shake some things up, and then it's going to be a moment of decision making between you and your mate. And again, it's kind of dramatic the way I'm saying it. Doesn't have to be so dramatic. It could very well just be any little thing, someone's job changed, or we have to make some changes because of what we are all kind of dealing with right now in the world. So there could be these things that is not as dramatic as I'm probably saying it, but for others of you it could be quite life-changing. It's kind of what I get here. It's something in it, and it has a lot to do with a decision that needs to be made, and you might not see it coming. And I feel like for some of you, when it has to do with a commitment, moving forward with a particular person, I just keep getting someone is okay. Someone feels like it's okay, it's fine. And someone's like, well, no, it's not, but finding your voice or being ready to make that ultimate decision, whatever it be, and it has to be one or the other, Aquarius. It has to be one or the other. And it may not even be you. It may be someone else that they're having this dilemma, right? And it's like, okay, if you're all in, you have to be all in. There's no more of this, I'm not sure, and I'm not all in or all out. Which side are you on? What are you going to do? And so in the extended, we're going to look deeper at this. We're going to look at this person. What are their feelings? How do they feel about you? What are they keeping from you? What are they keeping? Because I feel like there's someone here that almost is like too good to be true. And I would love to hear your thoughts of that in the comment section below if you want to share. But in the description box, it'll explain all that we go through. Challenges, what's going to happen now and down the line, how things are going to work out between the two of you. We're going to look at them. We're going to look at you. We're also going to look at single Aquariuses down the line, months to come. And we're also looking at all signs, how they feel about you. So if you're interested in that, again, in the description box below, it explains everything that we're going to look at. If you want something personal, click the link to my website. You can set something up for yourself. I would love to hear from you. So if you'd like to share, please do so in the comment section below. And if you're new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Aquarius.